So guys, just real quick, this video is a straight up video. It's probably going to go into my vlog section because it's just an informational video for anyone who wants to watch for any kind of information. I'm going to put the right appropriate tags on there, but it's just a little informational video about what all goes into the YouTube uploading process. Alright, so um, if we go into the show mode, right? So first off, you got your OBS right here, and it probably looks like a nightmare, right? Ignore this part up here on the screen, because if you stare into the void for too long, it'll drag you in. So this is, you got your audio, you got your capture device, all your overlays and stuff. Like I can take off the overlay, all kinds of stuff, right? So after all this recording stuff with the scenes and the capturing, that's probably like 50% of it, of the whole YouTube process. Well, maybe 25. Okay, so like 25% is learning OBS or whatever recording software you use. You learn your recording software, you learn how to use it, you use it. 25% of it is having the courage that it takes to put yourself out there on YouTube. A lot of people say, oh, it's easy, I could do it, but I'd like to watch you. I'd love to like one of your videos on YouTube. Go ahead and try it. It's not as easy as you think. It took me a long time to figure out how. It took me even longer to get a system that could actually do it. That means, you know, have enough processing power and you know, all that jazzmatazz. You have to have a video card that can handle high def and streaming and video games. You have to have a processor that can handle it. You have to have software that can handle it. It's a lot that goes into it. So anyway, so once you do the recording process, right, then you have to go into the editing process and edit your videos, right? And as you can see, this right here says time remaining 22 minutes. It started at 45 minutes, okay? So just for me to do a few, oh, I can't even, it won't let me. Okay, so just for me to do a few quick clips and some scene transitions, it takes 45 minutes for me to export that video, because it comes in as an MP4, then it converts to some weird file type for the editor software where it can break things down. I can even separate out left and right channel audio and stuff like that. And then I have to reformat into an MP4 and export it, and it takes forever to do, right? It takes a long time, and then once that's exported to an MP4 file where it's one flattened condensed video from start to finish with all my transitions in it, after it's finished the editing process, that's probably another quarter of it. And then you have to upload that file to YouTube, which again, uploading files takes time. Like if I upload this, it might take an hour to upload, it might take 20 minutes to upload. Who knows? It depends on the file size, depends on your computer speed, your ISP internet speed. I have pretty high speed with oh, who is it now? Sparklight? They changed their name to Sparklight, so I'm going to call them Sparklight. So I have Sparklight. I'm down south. It's a pretty good ISP, right? I've been happy with them, and you know, I pay $75 a month for it, and it's worth it. Internet's not cheap for whatever reason, you know, and probably because people need to make money too, right? They got families and shit, and they gotta have a workforce, so they can't just give you internet for $10 a month, which would be great, but they can't do it. It's just not sustainable in our economy. Anyway, so you know, you gotta have an ISP, you gotta have a system, you gotta have, you know, all that stuff, and that'll take anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour. So this 30-minute gameplay video with a couple 10-minute videos takes me about 2 to 3 hours to put on YouTube. Just throwing that out there for anybody who isn't aware that the video creation process is indeed a process, and it's not easy. It's not hard, but it's not easy. It takes time. It takes knowledge. Knowledge is power, right? So if you know how to do it, and you can do it, like. If I don't make it as a YouTuber, I might say, hey, hey, you're on YouTube a lot. You need a video editor. You need somebody to manage your content. You need somebody to create graphics for you. I'll do it for cheap. You know, like I can make graphics. I mean, this is just Photoshop. That's all it is. It's a transparent image overlay. Like all I have to do is click a button and it goes away. subscribe to me. And I can make a ton of overlays, and I can have them on cue, and I can queue them up. And there's lots of video stuff you can do in editing. I can add text, floating text. I can make text that pops up as you go, like just strings along, almost like a PowerPoint slide. You know, there's a lot of things you can do, but you just got to know how to do it. And if you don't know, that's why Google is there. Google is so amazing. It's such a great tool. A lot of kids nowadays don't know how lucky they are growing up in this information era that we're in, where everything can be found at the push of a button on a computer screen. I remember days where I had to go to the library and I had to actually physically look for a book and find page numbers and stuff. How many kids today do you think can do that? How many kids do you think know how to operate the library card system? And they go and they find a book, and then they can open that book and read all that stuff. No, they're just going to go to Google. They're going to Google it. They're going to take all the information they can from the internet, and that's fine too. The internet's a wonderful tool, and it's just a sad thing that not everybody has access to it. But my children, they love the internet. I taught my 3-year-old how to use Google to teach herself things. She learned how to whistle from watching YouTube. She learned how to do all kinds of stuff from watching YouTube. To be honest, she's constantly doing things. I'm like, where'd you learn that? She goes, oh, I learned it on YouTube. I learned it on the internet. I'm like, okay, well, you know, at least you're teaching yourself. And that's the best thing we can do for our children, is teach them to teach themselves. Because once you start that learning journey, you never finish. Like, I'm constantly learning things all the time. Anyway, that's my little rant. That's my little video on the creative process for YouTube. Like, that's why my videos take so dang long to get on YouTube, because they take a while to edit, they take a while to upload. So every small video that you watch on YouTube takes hours of time out of somebody's life, right? No matter who it is, whether you pay somebody to do it or you do it yourself, somebody's got to do it somewhere, someplace, sometime, right? So just a little rant slash informative video for people to see, just what goes into the creative process for not only just general YouTube videos, but for gaming videos. It's very important to edit. If you don't edit, I mean, it's just going to be terrible quality. Like, I tell you, me moving around and you can hear this, that bugs me. It probably bugs you guys too, and it might make you click away from my videos or something, but I gotta get it. This is a brand new microphone. It's the Skullcandy Hesh 2. My brother bought it for me. I love it. It's comfortable. It's quality, but the microphone, very sensitive, right? It's rubbing around. It makes noise. I would use it as wireless, but most wireless headsets that are decent quality, they run you in like the $80 to $100 range, because I don't know why, but the cheap ones, they lose quality when you go wireless. If you plug it in, quality. If you unplug it, if I went Bluetooth with it, I'd lose microphone quality. I'd lose quality in my headset. I wouldn't be able to hear stereo. For some reason, it just goes mono, right? Don't ask me why, but these developers of this technology, they're like, yeah, let's give them crap. Let's give them crap for their wireless experience. I mean, I got some really nice wireless earbuds, right? That I can hear great quality, but the microphone's decent, you know. But I don't know if I want to use earbuds like when I record. And plus, you know, the lifetime on those things is at best like 4 hours of constant use. I can only maybe do like 1 or 2 videos, then I got to charge them up again, you know, and that could take 20 minutes to charge them in between. I like to sleep with them in, and they fall out when I sleep, and I just collect them in the morning. I wish they were bright orange, because then I could find them. Anyway, I'm ranting. Video over. Enjoy. All right, thanks for watching, and if you liked it, like it. Down here. There's a like button down here, right? And then you can also subscribe to this guy, Chef Andy, right? Thanks. Stay frosty.